Good morning. Today I'm going to present how to bypass Windows 10 password when you might have forgotten the password or something. Now this is for a local account of Windows, not for network or domain based accounts or Microsoft account. Okay. So this takes advantage of SAM file on the Windows 10, which we'll discuss in detail later. As you can see here is the password field. Let's say I've forgotten. This happened to me recently, so that's when I discovered this method. And let's say the hint doesn't ring a bell in our minds, in my mind, and I have no password reset disk or Windows Hello Pin or anything else. So what you need is a live boot USB with the Kali Linux installed or Ubuntu Debian Linux installed. You can install the Linux on the PC side by side of Windows 10. There are many guides on how to do it. It's quite simple. It takes about an hour or so. Before that, you can make this bootable USB in another Windows PC using Universal USB installer. That's the one I used, and there are many other open source programs to do so. And I have already installed the Kali Linux in it, so I'm going to skip the installation part as it takes around an hour anyway. So let's boot into the Kali Linux that is side by side of Windows 10 now. I had installed it when I lost the password, and since I needed it in future anyway, so as you can see on the left side of the screen, there is the Kali. I'm going to select the Kali Linux to boot into now. Going to take a little while. So the file I was talking to you about was SAM file, Security Account Manager or Management. So this file basically stores all the username and the password hashes in the SAM file, and all of this is encrypted, that is confidential. So even though we can see the SAM file, we cannot see what is the username password for it, what is the password at least for it. So it's only accessible by system folder in Windows, but currently, system account by system account in the computer. But currently, since we don't have Windows access, we're going to use the dual boot Kali to access this using one of the Kali tools and then clear the Windows password. Now this login is different. This is not Windows login. Whatever, when you install that, whatever password username you can use, or just not keep any for the Kali. So here you can see all the drives that are on my computer, right? And one of those drives is the C drive that holds the Windows 10 OS. That is this one. I mean, you might have to try and see which one it is for you. In my case, it's named Windows SSD, so it was easy. This is the Kali Linux password because it's a super user interaction activity to mount a drive. That's why it's asking me, nothing else. Not a Windows password. And here, if you go into Windows System 32, config, this is where the SAM file resides. As you can see, SAM. We're going to try and open it. It will take a while, so I'm going to let it run in the background, and it's a long encrypted file. So meanwhile, let's go here. So we need to go to the same location. I just show you where the SAM file exists. Right, Windows System 32 config. If I do ls, you can see the same SAM log file is, the SAM file is here. So here what we're going to do is use the utility chmtpw So let me clear the screen as it's very CHNTPW. Change empty password basically is a utility which allows us to parse the SAM file and find out what user accounts are there. And it could be done manually if you see the SAM file, but it's heavily encrypted and all that. So it will take a long time for me to do it. And first you need to learn how to do it and then parse the file. So the tool does it automatically, so it's much handier. And since it's encrypted, that is, the data is confidential and the passwords are stored as hashes, not as passwords, so they cannot be recovered. So I can only clear the password, right? Reset, but I cannot recover the password. This will not affect any data, so that's the good part. So let's do chntpwl to list all the usernames in the SAM file. So as you can see, SAM is a registry file in the Hive. Is a registry Hive. It actually resides in the HKLM, that is the HK local machine registry, which I will show you at the end of the video. And as you can see, the accounts in the windows here. A widget is the one we were trying to log in with, right? So let's now try to get the options for a widget username only. So you do -u username of widget SAM. As you can see, I can see all the account bits here. Password doesn't expire, it's a normal account and all that. So here I have 5 options for edit. Clear the password, that's the one we want. Unlock, lock, promote user to an admin is already admin, but that's not what we want to do. Add or remove user from a group. So let's do the one we need to do, clear user password. Meanwhile, the SAM file is open. Just give me a second. As you can see, it's encrypted completely. So, and it's quite big. So, just wanted to show that. So we have already selected one or not. One second. Oh, we haven't. Yeah, we have. So you can see password is cleared. Now we also need to quit and we save it into the Hive, because else once we restart, the registry will revert to the default configuration, that is with the password. So we need to write it to yes. So now it's written. So now let's restart into Windows and see what happens. By the way, on the side also, this if you just want to recover data, you only need the Kali or Ubuntu, anything, and just copy the data from the drives to an external USB. So in case you don't want to recover password, just data, it's even more easier, right? So let's restart into Windows now and see what's going on. So now it will not ask me for the password if all went well, because I have cleared the password for a widget. And there you go. So we are into Windows without even knowing the password of Windows, right? So that's the advantage of this method. And all my data, as you can see on the same Windows desktop, is already there. All the installed folders, files are there. So it's quite a handy method in case you lose your password. Now just for information, I'll also show you the SAM registry that I was talking about in Windows itself. So let's see regedit, run as admin. You can see the SAM here, it's in HK local machine, SAM, but as you can see, I'm not able to see what are the users or policies inside it, because I'm in admin account. I need to be even higher than admin. What's higher than admin? System. So let me try to do that. For this you need a utility called psexec that I have already downloaded from sysinternals, and I will run it through that. psexec sid allows for remote session with privilege and all that. System run the remote session in system account, and we'll run the regedit 3230x here. Now you can see the same thing is open here, hkey local machine sam, but there's a lot of things inside it, so I can see all the details here. Here's the widget account. So if you know what you're doing, you can probably do things from here also, but I wouldn't recommend unless you know what you're doing, and that's for another day. So, but yeah, that would need access to Windows already. So this was just for info to show where the SAM hive resides. Thank you for watching. Have a good day, and hope you are able to bypass your Windows password if you forget it. Bye now.